Well, India is privatizing more of its public airports as demand for air travel in the world's third largest aviation market is expected to soar. And it could mean infrastructure upgrades, less congestion and more revenues for the government. Rebecca Bundhun reports from Mumbai.
Bhubaneswar International Airport in the state of Odisha is one of 11 airports that India wants to privatise in less than a year. Analysts say Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government hopes to shore up revenue by monetising loss-making assets, and it's bundling them with profitable ones like this to make them more attractive for investors.
Private players can bring operational efficiency at the airports and the good technologies, so that can reduce the turnaround time and also provide the better passenger experience as well as the airline experience.
The move comes as India's aviation sector is riding high on its post-pandemic recovery, fueling demand for more efficient and attractive airports. CareEdge projects a 9% compound annual growth rate in passenger traffic over the next 2 years, reaching approximately 485 million passengers by 2027, with international air travel to grow at a faster pace. The sector is also expected to receive a boost of about $12 billion in capital expenditure over the next 5 years, according to ratings agency ICRA.
The privatisation of India's airports started more than 2 decades ago under a different government as part of a wider drive to bring in investment and save public funds for other uses. The country's busiest airports, Delhi and Mumbai, were among the first to be privatised in the 2000s.
6 other Indian airports were privatised in 2019. These were under a public-private partnership model, with the Airports Authority of India owning a 26% stake in each one and the private company holding a majority 74% share. The government wants to sell off its stake in some of these ventures as it looks to privatise others.
So I think this strategy of airport privatization and now bringing in more airports for the private public partnership model is based out of that government's initiative to totally now develop India.
Other major airports that could go private by March next year include Amritsar, Varanasi, Raipur and Trichy. The Adani Group and GMR airports, which already operate most of India's privatised airports, are expected to be among the bidders. The big sell is the world-class travel experience that privatisation promises, and the profits.
It also has a lot of commercial aspects to it. They will have those, non-aeronautical businesses, like duty-free. There will be, kiosks. There will be restaurants, and it's more like a shopping experience also within the airport. So the passengers, they spend a lot of time and money also there, and the government gets a revenue share out of that.
But there will be higher costs that could be passed on to airlines and passengers, amid higher passenger traffic, rising incomes and aviation's climbing carbon footprint.
So that leads to the higher burden on the airlines as well as the passenger. So that is one challenge that we need to see.
But ultimately, it may well be a price worth paying in a market poised to become the world's third largest air passenger market in the next 10 years. Rebecca Bundhun, CNA, Mumbai.